bad, but we're going to run our first 25 gallons of chemical through the sprayer. And unfortunately, I don't know if I have a correct mix or not, because the chemical I'm dealing with does not even talk about 25 gallon sprayers. It only talks about, well, for handhelds, they're talking 1 to 3. And then they're talking 100 to 400 gallon sprayers, so they don't talk about nothing in the middle. This would kind of be in the middle. So, but I read the instructions for the chemical that I'm dealing with, and roughly, give or take, because I'm not 100% sure, so they say about 1 quart of chemical, I guess, but they don't really explain for how many gallons or whatever. It's kind of, I think, by the acre, which I don't like, because that doesn't tell me nothing. It's got to be by the gallon or something like that along those lines. So I'm going to take a risk. I put in 1 quart. There's actually some weeds right there I could kill right now. I'm just going to put in 1 quart of chemical for 25 gallons. Because other than that, I don't know. So this is just an experiment. So I lowered the booms all the way down to as low as I could get it. Now I'm just going to do some controlled spraying, like almost like spot spraying. I'm not going to spray the whole field. Just because I don't know, you know, I don't want to kill everything if I put too much in. So yeah. So I'm going to have to go into this completely blind, because there's and I smell chemical, so that means it's coming out like it should, and it's coming out kind of white too. Huh. So I'm gonna go about, I don't know, 3 miles an hour, and well, actually, let me turn this off. Let's see here, and then the boom on. Yeah. So we'll go 3 miles an hour over those thistles there, and we'll see what they do. Well, about 4 miles an hour. Alright. And I'm actually kind of light on the front end because I got so much chemical in the back. So, like I said, I lowered the booms as far as they'll go. That's just the way it's going to be, because I don't trust anything. And if we look at the chemical, I smell chemical. But the problem is, you know, you don't see it, but you smell it. And I don't exactly want to run my fingers over this either. So the only thing you could do is come back in a week and see if it got the proper amount. You know, so they feel dry, I guess. Well, the grass has got chemical on it, so I guess what we could do is we can go spray those other thistles, and we'll go a little slower. So I went about 3.5, 4 there, so maybe if we go 2, we'll get a little bit better coverage. And I didn't think I was going to really spray in here because this is the young guy's hay, but this is where it's got weeds. So I forget now where the weeds are at. I mean, I guess they're kind of all over, but there was a cluster of them. There's lots of damn burdocks here. I don't think it'll kill the burdocks though, but like I said, this is just kind of just an experiment. So there's 2 miles an hour. Alright. I mean, it should get something on there. I mean, it has to. So, I mean, even going 2 miles an hour, that's pretty damn slow. You can smell it, so you know it's got to be going on. You just don't see it, you know. So you think you would see it, but I feel it, so it's going on there. Get that off my hand as quick as possible. I'll have to wash anyway. So it is going on, but I don't think it's going to kill those burdocks. But I know there was a big cluster pile of thistles that I'm wanting to kill. And I think doing low ranges is actually the best thing for this. Instead of high, I think 2 miles an hour is actually, oh, the cluster is right here actually. Okay. So I'll just back up. You can't see, they're hard to see because they're in there. And I'm kind of taking a risk too because they're saying 55% chance of freaking rain. So not supposed to kill the grass, they say, so we'll find out. Alright, that's the end of that cluster. Then I actually can't even turn very well because I don't have much for front weight. I'm probably overlapping, but I will rather overlap a little bit. Going about 3 miles an hour. I guess where I got the on and off switch is not ideal. I should have had it on the passenger or the driver's side. That would have been a little better. Oh, I'm overlapping by a lot. gotta get used to it though, that's the problem. But like I said, I don't know if I have the chemical ratio right, because it's just not meant for this type of sprayer, I guess. But shouldn't matter too much on like, for, you know, it shouldn't kill the grass. I don't see why it would, because it's not designed to kill grass. It's just designed to, you know, kill light weeds, which is what I'm kind of dealing with right now at this moment. I'm probably overlapping quite a bit, but alright, well, that's all of them. That was that cluster there. I think there was some along the trees here. So I'm taking kind of a high risk here, but grass in here grew actually pretty well. Yeah, there was a few thistles back there I just missed, but that's alright. Here's a cluster of them, so we'll spray that off. Turn it off. Still a little bit too breezy though, so I don't know if I'm going to get that that big square field done tonight or not. I kind of freaking doubt it. Here, I got some right here. Let me get the pump on in time. And you know, probably it's going to be hard to kind of tell anyway, because they might be dying off because of the cold coming in now. So there's another little cluster of them, so we'll nail them. Going about 2 miles an hour. There's a big cluster of them, so we'll just keep going then. Going about 2 miles an hour. Oh, we're in the tall grass, but that's alright. Yeah, they're getting kind of packed over here. I don't see too many here. And this, like I said, shouldn't kill it because it's grass, and that's what my chemical is designed for, is not to kill the grass. So I guess we'll find out. Definitely overlapping. let's stop here for 1 second. Got a little bit here. With that said, I don't think we burned too much yet, but alright. I can smell it, so I know it's coming out. It's not like smearing on my boots or anything, so that's why I wonder if it's even enough, but there's not much more I can do. All you can do is just go slower, but Jason, I'm going to be down to a crawl at that point. So but it's definitely coming out. But like I said, it's not, you can feel it, it's there. So unfortunately it's probably going to take, I think I might make one more round going back this way just because I see some weeds here yet. So we'll come back in a week, I guess, and see if it even hurts it. Like I said, it's 1 quart for that 25-gallon tank. I don't know if that's enough or not. So because it doesn't really tell you how to, you know, mix it. So it's only for the smaller sprayers, and then the sprayers above 100 gallons. It doesn't tell me nothing, so I'm just gonna try it. If it's too much, well, then I'll have to down it to maybe half a quart. I'll have to down it to maybe half a quart then, and I guess see what it does there then. The switch is upside down for me too, so I'm not spraying all right this minute because I don't see any weeds. I'm not going to spray it if there's nothing here, so I'm not worried about wasting chemicals. It's just that if I kill the grass, then maybe it'll come back in on its own then. And it's gonna get freaking dark now because it's so late in the evening. And I'm actually going to spray some of these yellow flowers too, just to see what the chemical will do to them. I'm still way too close because I can tell that I'm overlapped by a quarter mile. So I'm still trying to get used to it, but I think I'm just too far away now, you know. So too fast. I guess I feel most comfortable at 3 miles an hour, but I think if I go 2 miles an hour, it'll be better. I know that seems slow, but it's actually going to be kind of a good thing. There's a whole crap ton of them here. Gonna do a quick U-ey because I see some along the poles. So I might as well too. Alright, let's go and make a round up and down the square field. That's just some testing there to see how this hay will react to it. I probably should have just done a strip like I did over there that just had waited, but I don't know. The young guy says not to worry about it too much, but you know, the thing is if you don't control the weeds, they take over. You know. And then we're just going to have more weeds than grass, so you know, there's really no sense of letting it get out of control if we can help it. Even if it's just maybe once a year or something I spray, I don't know. Just see how it goes. Maybe spray right after, maybe a week or two after cutting or baling, you know, cutting and baling. Come down here and spray. You know, then maybe it'll be alright. So but we're never going to stop at 100%. I mean, that's a guarantee. You're never going to stop at 100%. But I just hope that the ratio's not off. They were talking about pasture ground and whatever else, but that still doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really give me a good, you know, how much to put with the 25 gallons. So I just did, it said something about 1 quart, another thing about 2 quarts, depending on the weed. They say if they're small, then you could get away with 1 quart, but I don't know, to me that makes kind of sense. Put 1 quart for 25 gallons, to me that feels right, but it might be freaking overkill too for all I know. But I don't know. So I gotta figure out where I left off, because I know I left off here somewhere. But I'm actually going to take that round back. Oh, where the hell is it now? Here, right here. I don't think it helps having the lights on, to be honest with you, but and I'm just going to spray it the whole length. I just, you know, we'll see what it does to the purple flowers. I mean, there are some thistles in there, you know, and some of them I don't even see. So I'll keep it right around that 3 mile an hour. See, there were some thistles in there I never seen before, so I don't know if they're coming up now or if it's just yeah, or if they're just happen to be the ones I missed. So sounds like it's going down pretty quick. in the week. Back when I did it with just a handheld sprayer, and it actually did alright. Doesn't look like it killed the grass. And now I'm spraying that purple flower. So that'll be a test for it too. I don't think that purple flower is a grass type, so it really shouldn't get killed by it. It might get sick, I don't know. But I want to at least get one tank through. And then see my results, and then if I like what I see, then I'll just keep sticking with what I know then. So if one quart to 25 gallons is, you know, perfect for 25 gallons, it kills the weeds but doesn't kill the flowers or anything like that. Now if it kills the yellow flowers, I'm not going to care about it. But if it's perfect, then I'll just keep rolling with it. There's nothing wrong with it then. I go a little faster. I'm going 2 miles an hour. Yeah, see, these are the ones I already sprayed by hand, and they were already conking out, calling it done. So, well, that's because I sprayed them. Now here's the tricky part. Got to keep that somewhat distance, you know. I'm still overlapping, but I'll figure I'll learn. Yeah, I'm definitely overlapping. But do I have a hold on there. Do I have a headlight out? Oh damn, I do. Huh. Well, I'll be damned, I got a headlight out. No wonder why I can't. No wonder why I can't see nothing all that well. Alright, well, what I'm going to have to do, because I have to have at least one extra light. Let's see, where can I put my hat? Because I don't want to get chemical on the hat. And I don't want to lose the hat. Son of a bitch, I got a headlight out. Huh. I thought something seemed kind of odd about that I can't see as good as I used to be able to. So I have to run my third beam. Oh, I'm way the hell overlapping now, son of a bitch. Well, you know what? That'll give me an excuse now to update the light bulbs to LEDs now. Because you can buy just the LED bulbs, or you can buy the headlight kit where you can replace the whole fixture. Huh, I thought that seemed kind of weird that I was missing like it didn't seem very bright. Well, that's why. I got a freaking blown out headlight. Well, they are the original bulbs, so they did pretty good. But I'll have to fix it, even though I won't be plowing snow this year with it, hopefully, but yeah, see, like I said, I'm spraying everything, but that's kind of just a test. Now, I think you probably could put on a foam marker kit too, like you could buy one. It'd be separate from the unit, but I don't know. I don't think I need to spoil myself that much. got one headlight. I got my high beam on. That's giving me my second light. Because if I turn it off, well then that's what I'm dealing with. And I need the lights to kind of help see what's coming ahead. Or to help kind of, I don't know, it just kind of helps me, I guess, see a little better. There's not much left in that tank either. About 3 miles an hour. I think I'm going about 2.5. See, I get too close and then I get too far away, you know. It's like I'm never going to get it perfect, so. And I think I'm actually getting low on chemical. If I've only made 2 rounds and that's already empty already, no way. That's not exactly good. I mean, it's better than what I'm dealing with, but definitely smell the chemical. I think they even said too, once you get down to the last couple of gallons, it's kind of hard to pump it up, so you always have to be constantly full. I was hoping I could make this round, but I think I've only made 2 or 3 rounds, plus some spot spraying that I did. I'll be damned though. Can't believe I got a headlight out. Oh well, I ain't gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, we're not even gonna make it to the end, unfortunately. Maybe go a little slower. Still says that there's plenty in there yet, but it's not. Well, maybe the hill's the on-off switch here. Come on. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Still says there's a little bit in there yet, but I think the pickup tube is kind of short on these sprayers. Still, yeah. See, their pickup tube is freaking retarded. I guess you could change it, you know. All you would have to do is just add a tube onto it and get it to kind of just suck more deeper down, but I don't know how many rounds that was. I think that was only about 2 or 3, and then some spot spraying that we did with the booms as well. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to mark this as a swath. I'm going to take this swath back. Yeah, that's why I'm so dim there. I can't believe it. over. Oh! Well, actually, what we'll do, I'm pretty sure we've only made 2 rounds. You can smell the chemical. Probably should be wearing some kind of a mask, I guess, but I don't know, this stuff is not as bad as Roundup, so and yeah, I still have the booms open. It's just because I'm letting them kind of drip for a second. I want to get to the end where I can. Oh, big dip there. Yeah. Alright, well, I can't even see my rounds. Or no, wait a minute. Let's see. There would have been another one here, but I ran out of chemical. So there's one. It's getting too hard to even see now. 2. And then I think I took this one, which was part of that from before. I guess if I had Big Red's lights over here, it would have helped out. But I think we've only made 3 rounds and I ran out of chemical. So 3 rounds to a 25-gallon tank. Minus or add on the little, yeah, I think you'd get about, I think you could get 4 rounds out of a tank. Because you got to remember, I did some spot spraying over there, and then I made 2 or 3 rounds over in that new stuff over there that the young guy planted. And you have to count that as a round, even though I didn't go all completely the way around the field, but yeah. So 1, 2, getting really hard to see, but there's 2, and then I know I took this one, so there's 3. So I would say about, because you guys are probably already doing the math, like, oh, you can get 10 rounds. Well, or, you know, whatever, that's just a rough number, but we got 3 rounds out of here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And you might as well count all that as probably another 2 rounds there, even including the spot spraying that I did. So I am just gonna say you probably will get about 4 rounds, 4 to 5 rounds. I mean, I was going 3 miles an hour for most of it, so. But that's, I don't know, that's, to me, I think that's still pretty good, even though 25 gallons sure just appears in a hell of a hurry. But you got to remember too, you're doing 11 feet at a time, and well, most of the time I was probably overlapping quite a bit too. That's going to take me a while to get used to that, because I'm so used to doing it, you know, with the hand sprayer, so I'm always making tighter rounds. But this is what I did before that one rain came in. I did all this with the hand sprayer, and they're pretty hurt. They're not brown like the round. Well, they're getting brown. I think he's a new guy. I think he just came in. That's why they're huge greener. But yeah, it didn't kill the grass, so we're safe out here. I know that, but I don't know what it's gonna do to the purple flowers. We'll find out now, because I've sprayed some of them already, and then we'll see what it does to the young guy's hay It shouldn't do anything because that should still count as grass. So, or, yeah, grass. So it shouldn't hurt it. Shouldn't kill the alfalfa because I imagine that's under the grass category too. I don't really know. But this is what I did by hand. Obviously you can see I missed some. I mean, obviously you can't get it all. Now with that I can. But the true test now will be what it'll do now. Because this here was mixed to what they recommended for a 2-gallon sprayer. They wanted, depending on how strong you wanted it, they wanted at least, I think it was 2 tablespoons for a 2-gallon sprayer. They wanted 2 tablespoons. So this is 25 gallons. I mean, so I don't know how they expect me to, you know, measure it out correctly because they don't really have a chart for a 25-gallon sprayer. I don't know, maybe the manual did for that book. I don't know, I guess I didn't really read that part of it, but no matter what, it shouldn't kill the grass, even if you have a very strong rate. I mean, I guess if it's really strong, then maybe. So I put in 1 quart of spray of chemical for that 25-gallon tank. So we'll see what it does now on what we already have sprayed. And that's probably going to take at least a week to show its ugly face finally. But I guess we'll fold her up and head her home. And yes, I didn't spray along the bridge yet because that's always last to do. I can't believe it. Oh, well, if I turn my 3rd beam on, then it's just like I don't even have that light out. But I guess that's finished with lifting, guys. We'll come back, I guess, in about a week. And we'll see what it does. I'm more concerned about the young guy's hay, but I mean, it's 25 gallons and that's grass and that's a quart of chemical, so it should, I don't know, if it makes his grass sick, because it's gonna be hard to tell now too, because this grass is gonna start dying off, so I probably won't even be doing any more spraying now this year. I wanted to at least get 1 tank through before the year is over with, but I have this video now as evidence to show that it's either too much or it's not enough. So, but if it's too much, then I'll go to about half a quart, and then I'll just have to keep fine-tuning it from there and see how it does. But other than that, then, guys, I guess that's pretty much it. You guys probably ain't seeing much because I can't see much either. There isn't really much more I can do. I'm out of chemical, so. But yeah, I've only made about 3 rounds, and then I'll just say another 2 over there, 2, 3. I think over there I went mostly, what was it, 2 miles an hour, and then here I went about 3. Maybe I did, I don't remember. It's in the beginning of the video now, but yeah, that's kind of not what I was expecting. I was hoping it would last a little longer than that, but whatever. I'll take it because, you know what, it's just less for me to have to deal with now for the year. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get to finish, because, you know, another week is going to have to go by before I get my final results. So what the hell is that in my field? Looks just like a bag, maybe. It probably just blew from somewhere, who knows. It's just a zippy up bag type lunchable or lunch baggy thing, whatever. The flood can take it when it comes. So I guess that's finished it then, guys. We'll see what this does in about a week. And I can't dump that damn chemical out because I'll get it all over the four-wheeler, so I'll have to I guess make something up for that, I guess, and then just dump it, park the four-wheeler sideways and dump it out. But yeah, we'll see what happens though. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna head home. I'm done. There isn't any more I can do now, so I'll have to see what it looks like after a week. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.